Oh, we back, baby. The return of the franchise. The internationally known show with an attitude that don't compromise. We've always been controversial because that's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, T1 to TC coming at you. What's up? What's up in? Hold on. I can't sit for this. I can't. This is a big deal, dude. What's up? What's up, man? Good evening to you. This is Todd on the front of Toddcast coming at you from the great state of PA, Central PA to be exact. My name is Todd Orndorff. I'll be your party host for this evening. And along with me today, from parts unknown, the hype man for Tattooed in the Wild, the raging redneck himself, the title holder to Castle Venecian Jerky, Mr. Johnny Simonetti or Simonetti. It never matters because he is ready. Johnny, what's up, my friend?
What's up, brother?
Oh, man.
How you been?
The reunion tour.
Right?
What's up, man? Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Simo is back, but this time as a guest. How freaking cool, man.
I love it. It's been a while.
I wish I had the heart monitor thing on just to honestly check how fast it's going. I'm so pumped. Literally so pumped. Folks, we were supposed to do this on Wednesday. Legit technical difficulties. And Johnny was able to do tonight, and I normally don't do shows this close. Normally, sometimes it's months apart. But he was able to accommodate and do this stuff today. So Johnny Simo is back on the Toddcast. So freaking stoked. Brother, welcome aboard.
Been a while, brother. Thank you. Thanks for having me on, dude. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but always welcome, as you know. And another thing that you know is folks, I don't get punked on my own show too much, but I got poked pre-record from Johnny Simo. If you listen to the show for a long time, you know that you need a credential check. If you listened to Joel and Stacey's episode last week, we all had credential checks. I have a credential check. I got Jim Beam and Coke. So I got, a little J and got a little J and C over here. And Simo was like, hey, I got a credential check. And Johnny doesn't drink. He hasn't drank in, 3 years now? 4 years
now.
4
years. Yeah.
4 years now. He said, hey, man, I just want to let you know, I got a credential because I know I need it to be on here. And I almost yelled at him because he said he had I
have a Bloody Mary.
He legit has a Bloody Mary.
You hear the ice? It's a Bloody Mary, but it is a virgin Bloody Mary. I specifically went to the store and bought a V8 hot spicy. I love V8 hot spicy. That's how I make my vegetable beef stew. I use this. So I'm like, you know what? I said, I'll have my credential. It's going to be a virgin Bloody Mary.
I'm proud of you for remembering. I'm proud of you for keeping it virgin.
And pinkies up.
With the pinkies up with the plastic cup. Yes. Sometimes some things just don't change in this world.
That's right.
I almost grabbed food to eat on here because I've been rushing around. I used to eat on the show all the time. Peanut butter and pretzels almost came back out again.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I almost went and got the horn. The horn I got from Wait. You got a what? Tallboy radio. Remember the Tallboy radio, the horn.
Oh, the horn.
They used to drink out of.
No, I thought you said.
I almost got that, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to stain my horn, so I didn't use it.
We don't like stained horns around here.
That's right.
Oh my god, this is gonna be the best episode ever.
Oh, dude.
There's gonna be about 1,500 innuendos this entire show. Oh, dude! So tell everybody what you've been up to, man. What's happening?
No. Just working. Had some health problems last year. Ended up getting 2 stents put in my heart. I had 3 blockages. So, but other than that, everything's been doing great, man.
That's awesome. Happy to hear that. Yeah. So obviously, I knew about that stuff,
Yeah.
and
of course,
super happy that everything's awesome, especially after, I didn't disclose any of the stuff in my family out on here. but like that stuff happening to 3 separate people in my, 4 people in my family, and then stuff happening with you. Like, let's get around all that stuff and let's just keep on trucking, baby.
That's it. We're here. All that's behind us. You know, we're good to go now.
Everything's ready. Everything's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So the one cool thing that Johnny is doing, guys, and I really want to spend some time on this because I love the guy, I respect the guy. As you guys know, he's co-host for a really long time. Like 3 years or something like that, maybe more. I don't know, but because I brought you on after since Joel kind of brought it up last week. After my hiatus of getting canceled before getting canceled was cool. Whenever I got my show back and was able to return, they freaking brought you on, and now you're starting your own venture, man.
It's still in the works.
But here's what you have, though. Okay, this is what you have, and this is what I wish I had, and I'll bet you everybody else wish they had. You have so many friends in the game already, right? You have people that have like gone through the muck trying to figure this stuff out. And you know what? Utilize me, utilize Titty and Shiner, Tall Boy, Sir Justin Time, who I'm probably going to have to pick a bone with here later on, I'm sure. You
already know.
I already know. I got a little tip. I got a little tip early, but I don't know what it's about yet. But yeah, dude. So like, you're in the best situation ever. You know, you love podcasting. You think it's fun, which is the most important thing. Yep. Because if you're going to go through everything else, it better be fun or it's never going to last, you know? But yeah, dude, I'm happy for you. So Johnny's starting a new show. Johnny, tell everybody what's up.
Well, I've been tossing it around for probably a couple years. And then I got involved with Mountaineer Outdoorsman podcast. And I went out to West Virginia with Mike and Chris to go bear hunting. It's almost been this was the
Johnny, I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't mean to, but me and Shiner on here were talking about stuff. And you came up a lot. And one of the things you talked about is how Johnny won't hunt something that's going to eat him.
That's right.
And you said you went bear hunting.
I did. And I could care less if I saw a bear. It was more for me. I've been friends with just like with you and Shiner. I was friends with Shiner for 10 years before I ever got to meet the man. And I flew to Oklahoma when he found out he had cancer, thyroid cancer. And I flew to Oklahoma to see him. And kind of like I came up to the Great American Outdoor Show just to meet you right as we were starting the co-hosting. I was co-hosting with you for the podcast. So that was kind of 2 of my bucket lists. And another bucket list I had was to meet Chris and Mike from Chris Stivers and Mike Wilson from Mountaineer Outdoorsman podcast. Well, I mean, not the podcast, Mountaineer Outdoorsman. So when I had the opportunity to go and meet those guys, it was during a bear hunt in West Virginia. Now, I could care less about shooting a bear, you know. It was rifle season. I had my 30-06. I had my sidearm. I was good to go. I could care less if I even saw a bear. I don't care. It was more for me to go meet those guys, spend time with them. Never saw a bear. No one harvested a bear, but I got to sit in the blind with Chris one morning, and we sat around and had some great freaking food. Because Mike Wilson from Mountaineer Outdoorsman, he is actually a distributor for Reload Rub. Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's a distributor for them. So we all have that kind of in common. So yeah, that was how we got out there. And yes, I didn't care if I saw a bear or what. But
well, from knowing you as well as I do, and as long as I have, we're at 11 years now since we first met on social media. We're at 11 years. Now that's 2024. And I can vouch for this guy. It's 100% about not killing that bear. Cause I mean, the vision of Johnny approaching a dead bear right now, or hopefully a dead bear, is kind of running through my head. And it's kind of funny because he won't hunt anything that can eat him, which is what blew me away on the fact that you said you went bear hunting. But the one thing I do know about you is it wouldn't be about the hunt. It would be about the camaraderie. It would be about the togetherness with everybody, sharing the experiences. Hey man, pleasure to finally meet you after all this time. I know that to be true because that's what we experienced.
That's all it was for me. I could care less about shooting a bear. I know Chris really wants to kill a bear, but I went just for the camaraderie. And so while I was there, we conned up this idea of starting a podcast. And it was going to be called Mountaineer Outdoorsman Podcast. And we actually released one episode.
Yes, you did.
And the only complaints we got were the F-bombs and the cussing. So
I didn't know you swore.
Oh, I fucking swore. Oh, see, you already know I do. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, guys, you know how many times over like the 3 or 4 years he was on the show, he said sorry, dude, to me. So I'm still used to it. We're good.
Yeah, I know, but see, that was the downfall to Mountaineer Outdoor Podcast, because I jumped into it real quick and I threw out our first episode while we were actually we recorded 2 episodes while I was in West Virginia, and that was the only drawback. The only negative feedback we got from from that show was some of the cussing and the F-bombs. So I went back in to go edit the second podcast. I just wanted to beep out the F-bombs. Dude, I couldn't figure that crap out. That program, and that's the only thing I'm waiting on is I've got to learn that program to go in and edit stuff, because I want to come out of the gate with a halfway decent podcast from the jump.
Right.
You know, I've got big shoes to fill. I was a co-host with you, and I've listened to Titty and Shiner. I've been on their show several times, and we've been on Tall Boy Radio podcast. We've been on there, so I know what to expect. I know what I want to hear, but it's the fact of me sitting down technically and making it sound that way. I still got to do the music. You know, you already know, and that's and I've said it for years. I am computer illiterate. I know nothing about a computer. As a matter of fact, my wife had to help me get on tonight.
That's true, guys. I do know that is true.
So when we finally got hooked up here on this platform, Zoom, I had the computer in my hand talking to Todd and saying, "Hey, I'm just someone going downstairs. Dreamer had to get me hooked up." So I still got a lot to go. I'm hoping by the end of the month, I'll put out an episode. The first one is going to be introductions, and then after that, I'm going to have my friends on, people that got me to where I'm at today. I mean, it's going to be you, Sean, or Tattooed in the Wild. If it wasn't for Tattooed in the Wild, I'd have never got Instagram to begin with. So I wouldn't have met you if it wouldn't have been for Tattooed in the Wild. I wouldn't have met anybody that's in this realm of podcasting and the hunting industry.
Honestly, this like big brotherhood is what it is. That's what everything's turned out to. Turned out to be.
Yeah. And, if it wasn't for Shiner, I would have never listened to a podcast. If it wasn't for you, I'd have never co-hosted a podcast. And to know what a good podcast should sound like, music, all that crap, all the cool crap you're doing. I mean, I just saw your video today through YouTube. Dude, that's badass.
I appreciate that very much.
Dude, it looks so good.
I appreciate that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of surprised myself because I never did. So prior to the 2 episodes of Shiner being on the show and Joel and Stacey from Reload on last week, I never really toyed with YouTube. And I'm going to tell you straight up, when you get things figured out, utilize YouTube. Okay. Utilize it. It's a great tool. Everybody. The thing is, put your stuff, as you know, where this show always has been on, in the podcasting, out in the podcasting world. Keep your stuff where it's accessible to everybody. Everybody has one of these, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has one, and phones already come with Apple Podcasts or whatever, or Apple. They come with Spotify now, I believe, too. Just make sure your stuff's out there and it's already ready. And every phone has YouTube. That's been the mindset, you know. Everybody's on YouTube for something. You know, I learned how to play the guitar solely off of YouTube, you know, and all
Cool.
like it's everywhere. It's always at our fingertips.
Yeah.
Billions of people watch YouTube every day. Just at some point, after you get everything all figured out. Plus, I'd love to watch your mug on the freaking big screen, bro.
Not me. I don't have a face for TV, brother.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll ask Dream about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I can't tell you how excited I am. Like, I'm honored that, hey, you know, Todd, you're going to be on here, just so you know. That's one thing that I'm really excited about, because if you remember many years ago, the greatest intro of all time, the greatest intro in all of podcasting happened when I was like, one day when Johnny just started, like he was still like taking commands from me and stuff, you know, I'm like, all right, look, you got to do this. And he would do it. Right. And he would never complain. He would just do it. And sometimes I'd be messing with him. And this one day I was like, all right, like I'm hitting record right now. You're doing the intro. And he goes, the porn cast. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? The porn cast? We didn't even talk pornography on here.
Yeah, you caught me off guard on that one big time. I'm like, doing the intro? Yeah, I know it. But and see, you got me tongue tied and I screwed up. And it's still gonna be a lot of screw ups, you know. But like I said, I've got something to base my podcast off of from yours and listening to Titty and Shiner for years and years. Shiner was the one that got me into podcasts. Period. I'd never even. I mean, I've heard of podcasts. I didn't know what they were, but they were the ones that got me going. And then, like I said, you messaged me out of the blue on Instagram Messenger one day and said, "Hey, I got a question for you. Give me a call."
Yeah.
So we ended up talking, and you said, "You want to be a co-host?" I went, "You hear how I sound, right?" Really?
You sound like. Is there a difference between our twangs?
I think I got a little more twang.
Oh man, no, that's god, that porncast thing killed me. I was dying. Legitimately,
I remember that.
I would be surprised if I didn't have a little pee drip. I was laughing so hard that day. Oh my gosh, it was the greatest thing ever. And then you like, stop, I can't do it. I'm done. What's up, and good evening to you.
Oh, good times, man. A lot of good times on there.
Absolutely. And like, so your show will be the Average Joe's Hunting Podcast.
Yep.
Right. So, all right, let's start at the beginning. How'd you come up with that name?
Well, I've tried to research a little bit, and there are a couple of similar shows out there, but to me, all the hunting shows I listen to, it's like someone kills a 180-inch, 200-inch buck that particular year. Well, every freaking podcast I listen to, they just wanted to get those guys on, the guys that are killing these big bucks. Well, I'm kind of thinking, what about your average Joe, the guy that don't have the time to go out there and scout and you know, check his trail cameras every day? What about the guys that are going out here and just happy to meat in their freezer? To me, that's an average Joe, and that's me. Of course, everybody wants to kill the biggest buck around, but to me, I'm just, you know, as long as I can get meat in the freezer, I'm good. So I want to get the other guys, the ones that are not killing the big bucks every year. Those, to me, it's all about the stories. I like hearing the stories, and there's been, you know, a couple podcasts that I listened to. They kind of started that and then they quit, and I'm like, that was the best part for me. I just want to hear the hunting stories. And
well,
of course, I want to have people on that kill a 200-inch whitetail to tell their story. But there's far more people like me that just go out there and want to put meat in the freezer. And that's the kind of people I want to have on the show.
I know that is your objective, and I really like that idea. I think you're killing it with that. And especially if you stick with it, because it's like you said, there's been others who started that and then they dropped off, and it is so easy to drop off. It's so easy because real life happens, right?
Yeah.
But I find it kind of funny, and I can say this because you've been on my show 1,000 times. You've been in the same room that you've podcasted with me 1,000 times. And you're talking about like 180-inch deer, and over your shoulder right now, I'm seeing some freaking monsters, dude. I'm seeing some. I just want to talk about guys who kill these like 14 and a half inside spread 6 points, and Johnny's got some monsters in the background.
You have to understand the one right over my shoulder right there, that big non-typical, that's a high fence deer.
No, I know
that don't
it
count.
Is.
That don't count. The other one you see right there, that was my first rock buck, and it's just a basket rock 8-pointer. So no, I don't go out here. I mean, I've been fortunate. I've been fortunate for 20 years that I had a good property to hunt, and I would always kill at least a decent 8-pointer. And it's just the property. Well, I've lost both of those properties, and I don't hunt by myself anymore because of all of my health problems. I'm diabetic.
Smart.
And my heart problems I've had. I don't hunt by myself anymore. Well, I don't have private land, and I don't like hunting public land. So the only consolation I've had this year has been for me to hunt right out the back door of where I work. And it's in the city limits. It's in the city limits, so it's bow hunting only. So I managed to kill 3 deer this year strictly out the back door of where I work.
Oh gosh, it doesn't. I've said it for years. You can go out in 3 hours and bag 3 of them, and now you can go to work beyond the clock and bag 3 of them. Like, I don't understand how you do this.
The cool thing is, my boss is really cool with it because all I got to do is give him some deer meat, and
yeah,
like, he would text me back. Now everything's kind of our hunting season officially is over here in Virginia. However, urban archery season for the city goes until March 31st. So technically, I can still hunt until March 31st. So the cool thing is, my boss would text me at 5:00. When the time, because I get off at 5:30. So it got to the point where it was getting dark at 5:15. 5:30 pretty much was in the illegal shooting light. My boss would text me at 10 minutes to 5 or 5:00 and say, "Hey, it's twilight. Shut the lights off and the compressor off. Hunt." So it was cool. He was telling me to knock off, 30, 40 minutes early just so I could hunt.
Is he hiring? Like, what the heck? I mean, listen, like, I feel like nobody. I feel like I know a lot of hunters. I mean, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I do.
Yeah.
But I know, like, I'm fortunate enough to have met a decent amount of people outside of PA who hunt too. And if there was anybody who told me that story and they said, "Guess who that hunter is?" There's nobody else I could ever choose than you that would be awarded to. I don't know how you do it. Literally, I don't know how you. I've known for years that you go out and like you hunt 3 days a year and you get 6 bucks or 6 deer. It's BS, man. I put on 12 plus miles on foot this year in 5 days to see 4 deer, and I was fortunate enough to bag one. And you're at work on the clock, putting your spray gun down and going out and click, click, boom.
Yeah, well, I was lucky. I've just been there are so many deer in our city limits. It's unreal. I mean, you saw I sent you the picture of the buck I literally have in my backyard.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, that kind of confused me because I've been to your house and I don't know what it is, but like I don't remember. Isn't there a house behind yours?
Yeah, directly behind us. But so we have our fence, okay? And then when the neighbors directly behind us on the other street, they put up their new fence when they moved in. So there's about a 2 foot section between my fence and their fence. Well, let's create it an alleyway. They use that alleyway to come off the mountain and just come feed out in everybody's yards and eat their plants and their bushes every night. So it's just kind of like a travel corridor right behind my house.
Unbelievable.
And I'll tell you, and I just got a new one. I haven't sent you that. I just got a new one on camera too. It's a different one. I think I'm gonna call him Stickers because he's got a bunch of stickers coming off his brow tines.
Really?
And I had never seen him before.
Huh.
Of course, I'm gonna call him Mondo. He's the big 8-pointer.
Right.
Because his antlers is just Mondo. And then you were really fond of the other nickname I gave the one deer because he was real funky. He's just got stuff going everywhere. He's not big, but he's just got stuff going everywhere. So I nicknamed him Terry Funk because he's funky.
Yes, and if anybody knows me who's listening to this, you would understand why I appreciated Terry Funk so much.
Yeah, yes. I knew you would. I knew you would.
Absolutely. And I was proud of the reference too. It surprised me. I was really proud of it.
I checked the camera today and I think I got a picture of my first shed buck.
Oh,
I'm not 100%. I was viewing it on the little camera, so I haven't brought it in and put it on the computer yet, but I'm pretty sure I saw the first shed. So shed hunting is going to be starting here before too long. I'd love to find some of their antlers.
Oh, dude, just walk out back. You know, that's all the deer hanging.
Yeah.
All the deer follow you like flies on crap for some reason. I don't understand. You could be in Center City, New York. You could be in Times Square for some Macy's Day parade at Thanksgiving, and all of a sudden there'd be a deer show up. It's ridiculous. It's not fair.
It's all luck, brother. It's all luck.
Yeah, no, it ain't.
Yeah, it's all luck. See my backyard. I don't do anything in my backyard.
Yeah, you do say high fence for that monster back there you got over your shoulder, and you got a fence. You got a fence in your backyard, brother. What are you? Where'd you bag that boy at?
Keep them tied to the tree.
So with the upcoming show, for the listeners and guys, please listen to this guy. He's been a part of our history. Like his length of time on this show is more than mine as a solo. So he's very much like enriching our history, as you know. And so he's starting this new venture. Listen to the Average Joe's Hunting Podcast. Support him. Like all his stuff. Subscribe to all his stuff. Like this whole game is about once you I see how to say this because I know how you are. When I started this, I just wanted to, have stories be told and have stories be out there. And I don't know one person. Of course, I don't really talk to people and ask them either. But that when you start checking your numbers, Simo, it's gonna you might end up checking them 4 or 5 times a day because it's so cool. It is so awesome to hop on your Spotify for podcasters or whatever app it is, or Podcast Connect for Apple. I'd be like, holy smokes! And I last looked 2.5 hours ago, and 19 more people listen to this. Somebody and it could be your neighbor, it could be someone not on C Street that you're on or whatever, it could be someone, in not Antarctica. Jesus, that's a horrible example. In Alaska who's listening to But it's such a cool feeling to produce something, put something out there, put the time and effort into it, and then be like, holy crap, man, people are actually listening to me.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you, dude.
I hope people listen to it. I mean, if I got 10 people listening to it, it'd be great to me. I just know what I like as far as when I turn on a podcast. I love listening to Titty and Shiner. I don't miss theirs. I love listening to Tall Boy. And of course, now that you came back and you're getting to be more, every week, every other week, of course, I'm always going to listen to yours. So if I can just get to keep a couple people to listen, I'd be happy.
No, here's the thing. Here's why I'm not worried about it. And we talked about this 2 days ago. The reason why everybody's going to listen to you is because you're like the mayor. Everybody freaking Everybody freaking knows you. Guys, listen. All right, I'm just going to say it now because we haven't talked about it.
Know where this is going.
Yeah, you do. And drink up your Virgin Mary right now. Bloody Mary. Let me say that. We haven't said anything yet, but guys, currently right now, it is February 4th, Sunday, and the Great American Outdoor Show, the world's largest outdoor show, is going on in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, an hour and a half from my front door. And Johnny's actually coming back up. Because on the 9th, and if you guys are there, listen, if you're listening to this and you're there on the 9th and you see this mug and you see Johnny's mug, say hey to us. More than happy to shake your hand and talk to you for a little bit. Donald Trump is going to be present, you know?
Yep.
So Johnny's coming up. And the reason why I called him the mayor is because it's absolutely positively true. When Johnny first came up here, I think it was in 2021. So we got 3 years. 3 years. It was February of 2021 when I first met Johnny in person.
Yep.
After 8 years of being friends with him. And we went to the outdoor show together. Sarah was there, which was awesome. Like all three of us hung out all day. Had Lola May there with us. You guys were awesome with that. Thank you again. And but we went there and everybody knew you.
No,
we walked into the archery. Don't say that because it's not true.
We had 3 people.
What? Me, Lola, and Sarah? BS, bro. I don't want to hear it. So we go there. We go in there and Johnny, Simon. It was the most amazing. He's never been there. He's never been to the outdoor show. He lives 3 hours away from the freaking place. And he walks in there and everybody knows it. I'm wearing the Todd shirt, right? Wrapping my stuff. These are my people. This is Pennsylvania. You know, this is what I do. I've done shows live there before. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go do this again. And all of a sudden, Simon! I'm like, oh hi, I'm the host. I'm the podcast host here. Everybody, he's the mayor. That's what you know.
Yeah, okay.
Trump's waiting to meet you. Like everybody's ready to roll, man. Tell me I'm wrong.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it. No, you're wrong.
No, don't lie to me on my own show.
Right. Hey, they didn't
don't lie to me on my show.
They didn't recognize me. They recognized that Tattooed in the Wild shirt that
I'm sure they knew it because people know Tattooed in the Wild, but they also know Johnny Simonetti. And that's what absolutely freaking happened.
I'm looking forward to giving Trump my autograph.
I'm sure he's going to be first in line. He got you. You were complaining about almost having carpal tunnel from signing so much stuff. It's ridiculous.
You messaged me it was last week or week before, and I honestly been trying to come back up there for the past 3 years. Was planning on coming last year, and then something happened. I don't know, but when you called me or messaged me last week and said, you said, hey, if you got a second, call me. It was a Monday. It was last Monday.
Yeah.
And so I called you, and he's like, hey, what are you doing on the 9th? And you said, the Great American Outdoor Show is going on, and Trump's going to be there Friday. Dude, you need to come. I said, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Sometimes there's things in life you got to put on hold for Donald Trump.
Yeah. Well,
and this is one of them.
You know how crazy that's going to be, right? I know people that they're going to be at the show. They were at the show this past week, going to be there this week, but they're not going to be there on Friday because it's going to be nuts.
It is going to be nuts. It's going to be very nuts. That's honestly the reason why you won't see Lola. I'm not going to bring her just in case.
Okay.
Because, would you be surprised? I just thought about this. I didn't even think about this before. Would you be surprised if you didn't see any antis or Dems present?
No, I think it would be wise.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's Pennsylvania. Trust me. Yes, but but you know how they can get, dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just think it's going to be a little because my wife and I even talked about that, and I'm like, you got this many freaking hunters and people that carry. Hey, do you really think that is that a spot you want to go to and protest and act a fool at? No,
That
I don't think it.
that's a lion's den, dude.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
would be a lion's den.
yeah. That's kind of like coming to our town. And we've had that. We've actually had that here in my town, protest and all that crap. And it kind of surprised me a little bit here in this town, but I'm not sure I'd show up in Pennsylvania and try to start a ruckus
not
with a
with
bunch of
not with 25,000 people
yeah,
who all think the same.
yeah, yeah.
There's a good feeling he'd be outnumbered. But I got actually, dude, it's so funny. I don't know if I ever told you. Did I ever tell you the protest story that I have at my house?
No, I
I,
don't think I have.
I'll have to tell it to you. I'm like pretty much legally not allowed to say on air. Like I'm not allowed to put it out there.
Okay,
But
well, you
I have a legit protest story that happened at my home.
okay? Yeah, you have to tell me that one.
I will. I will. It's funny. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I can't tell you. And I I almost for a minute like forgot that I was doing this. I'm like, hey, did I ever tell you that I have a protest? Like, oh wait, I'm on the mic. I can't do that. No, there's a legit protest event. We'll just call it that occurred outside of my house that was intended for my house.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And no, it wasn't Pete and Humane Society for all these people who were, it wasn't anything of that where I got canceled. But
Okay. Yeah. Luckily, I have heard that story, and y'all touched on that last week too.
I was
A little
so
bit.
surprised that they remembered.
Oh, well, it's not something you do forget.
I know, but I never. And honestly, the first time I thought about it, it was the first time I thought after Jules said, dude, you were canceled. I'm like, I was canceled. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I got done with the recording. I ended all this stuff, and I then, as I always did with you, after we shut the recording off, have a little chit chat or whatever, like off air, and I got done and like I ended everything, got off the phone with them then, and I was like walking around. I'm like, yeah, I did. I got canceled and I'm back, baby.
That's right. That's right.
Powerful people don't like when you put their name out there to the universe.
No.
But if you're going to be a scumbag, then just let the world know that the person's a scumbag.
That's right.
And that's what I did, and they didn't like it.
Oh, they didn't like it.
They didn't like
you
it
got canceled for over a year, didn't you?
18 months.
Okay.
That's why this show started in 2016. And that's why I say like it started in 2016. It did. I just couldn't do anything. I blocked me from the world, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and actually one of my favorite, like I like to toy around with intros, like small clips or whatever. And like I change stuff up every now and then. I can never make up my mind. And but my first return episode back, I made a little stupid song that I do from time to time, and like it starts out, "I'm not scared," and like it's I don't know if you remember that or not, but
yeah,
man, I'm not scared. Screw these.
No, you don't be scared.
Nah.
That's why I've got 2 Facebook profiles now.
Yeah, the king of cancellation. I mean, you've taken my crown. It's on you. It's been on you. Because it happened to me one time. It was a long time, but the amount of trouble that you get into. But you surprised me. You said you were toning it down.
I had to, man. When I got canceled on Facebook, I got deleted permanently. They said it was deleted permanently, and I had 100.
You got a lifetime ban, basically.
Yeah. They basically said they deleted my account permanently, and I had 180 days to protest it. So of course, I went in, protested, and made my case. And they got me for something that I posted in 2015.
They were on you for a while.
So when that happened, I'm like, you know what? I just screw it. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna start a new Facebook, and I did. But then I realized I just lost all my pictures that I had on Facebook, all my memories that I had on Facebook, and I had already created this new account. So when I went back and they reinstated my account, and I told my wife, I said, I'm just not going to use the old account very much. I'll go in and post something every now and then. I just toned it down. And yes, I know people are going to say, well, they succeeded. They shut your mouth. Yeah, you're right. They did, because I didn't want to lose all my pictures and all my memories that I've had since 2012 when I joined Facebook.
Right.
So I got the new account and I just kind of stay low key, you know.
But it's a separate account, right?
Yeah.
If you do anything on that account, are they going to hurt the other one?
No.
Wow.
Two separate.
Then you ain't done.
It's two separate.
Let the legacy live on.
Yeah, but dude, seriously, I just got tired of getting banned and freaking.
You got banned every week.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I but I've kept it a little calm on the new account. So I just don't get on it very much anymore. Right. I just got tired. So
I never thought I'd see the day.
I know.
Never.
Yeah, I know. Me either. But like I said, dude, it's just I thought about everything that I was going to lose. All the pictures and everything that there's pictures out there that I'm like, you know what? I know I posted this picture, and I'll go back, and it might be 3 years ago. Find a picture of my grandfather or my mom or one of my grandmothers, or something that Shelly accomplishment that Shelly did 5 years ago.
Right.
And I went, I won't have access to that anymore if I keep getting banned. And when they threatened me with I gotta say, they actually said your account is permanently banned. You have 180 days to whatever, however they had it worded. So I was like, yeah, I just lost everything. So yeah, they succeeded, I guess, to calm me down a little bit. But I still throw something out there every now and then. If it's something too good not to post, I'll post it.
Yeah, I would love. You know what I'd really wish for right now? Like, I'm so happy it's just you and I here, because this is so cool to me that it's just you and I, like the way that it is right now. But wouldn't it be cool someday to just like have you back on and have this third screen be Trump and we just talk about this?
That would be amazing.
You know what? I used to have business cards. I used to hand them out to everybody, and that was a really big thing at the beginning that like shot me up high and all this stuff. I used to leave my cards places, right? Just like a stack of them in like
sure,
somewhere like on a shelf in a grocery store. I've done that, but like a slew of places. But like, dude, I would love to somehow just like. Listen, Trump. All right. You got two dudes that back you. You got two dudes that are willing to fight for you. One dude got banned from social media because he fought for you so much. Like, how can we make this thing happen? Wouldn't that be gangster?
You know what? I just might have to bring the Zoom box with me on Friday, and if we can work it out, we throw down a podcast in Pennsylvania.
Dude, you should do that.
I'll bring it with me. I can guarantee you, I'll bring it with me.
You can be able to figure it out, though.
I've already got, as far as me getting something recorded to my Zoom box, I've got that down pat.
Game.
I can hook up 3 microphones and a phone call on this Zoom box, or 4 people sitting around with microphones. That much I've got.
Trump can call in.
No, that'd be freaking great.
Trump could call.
And you notice my shirt, right?
What is that? Do you know what? Okay, this is weird to me because yes, listen. If you remember the other day, we were FaceTiming. I said, dude, this is like the first time I've never seen you in a tattooed in the wild hat. This is the first time I don't think I've ever seen you tattooed in a wild shirt. I know one of the pieces is repping. I get that.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know if I've ever seen a different shirt. FJB.
With JB, let's go, Brandon.
Is that what you're wearing on Friday?
I just might.
I mean, we don't need to be caressing ourselves though in person like you are right now on camera.
Sorry, my nipples hard.
Where are those hot pockets at, Shiner?
I don't know what I'll wear. I don't know what I'll wear Friday. I was going to wear my Reload shirt tonight, but it was dirty.
Right.
I had my orange one. Yeah, the orange one is my favorite one from Reload.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? We're going to be talking about coming to the show on Friday, and Trump's going to be there. I said, tonight I have to wear my FJB shirt.
Yeah, man.
Because I know you'll probably throw this out on YouTube. So,
it's probably gonna. I'm so excited for this, and honestly, people were excited about this, so it's gonna be out tonight.
Hey, I even shaved just in case.
Look at
put it on YouTube.
Look at that handsome mug, man.
Because when we FaceTimed the other day, I even said, dude, I'm scruffy. I hadn't shaved in I don't know how long. I got a lot of gray in there, brother.
Like I said, dude, you don't got more than me, though. Well, I don't remember. Actually, what are you? 14 years older? I just turned 37.
Yeah, I'll be 54 this year.
54.
Yeah, I'll be 54 this year, bro.
17 years.
Yeah.
Good for your age, bud.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But like I joke with him at work because I'm the youngest one at work. Okay. My boss is like 3 years older than me, and then the other guy I work with is a year or two older than me. And I tell him, I said, yeah, I'm the youngest one here, and I got all the problems. I got all the health problems. Y'all are fit as fiddles.
That's probably because you're putting your body through so much stress having to drag 13 deer a year. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, that might have. That's why my back hurts all the time. Yeah, I've gotten lazy in the past 20 years, though. See, that's what spoiled me. I had those good spots to hunt. I could shoot a deer and literally could drag it 20 yards and be at a road. Or I could just drive to go pick it up. So I've been spoiled for 20 years.
You are spoiled because my drag this year was about a mile.
Oh, see, I couldn't have made it.
It took, trust me, it wasn't one solid pull. There were multiple stops in between.
Oh, yeah.
Over logs and everything.
When I found out that there was something going on with me, even my buddy Dallas last year during spring turkey season, we were walking out one day. We hadn't killed anything, and we were walking out, and one of the hills, we have to walk up a hill to get back to our vehicles. And so I was out here cleaning out my back fence row one Friday because I'm off on Fridays. And Todd, I couldn't work but 15 minutes. And I was winded and the chest was hurting. I'd have to go in and take a break for 20 minutes.
Right.
I came and then I'd go back out and work. And so I told my wife, Dreama, I said, yeah, babe, something's going on. Ended up going to the doctor, told them my symptoms and stuff like that. And they didn't even send me to a stress test. They said, no, we're going to send you straight in for a heart catheterization so we can go in and see what's going on. And come to find out, I had 3 blockages. The one was one of my main arteries coming out of the heart, and they nicknamed that the Widowmaker.
Yes.
And she told me, she said, if you'd have had a heart attack, chances are you wouldn't have made it. So once all the news got out and, I called Dallas and he checked on me and see what was going on. He said, I wondered about you back in turkey season. He said, because you were pretty winded just walking out of the woods that one day. I wasn't carrying anything. I didn't carry my blind out or anything. And he said, I could tell you were kind of winded and I was wondering if something's wrong. And there was one morning I went hunting by myself. And by the time I got everything pulled out of the back of the Jeep, dude, I was so winded. I'm like, I can't even go hunting. I just put everything back in the Jeep and sat at the Jeep that morning just to be out there. And I actually videotaped the gobbler about 60 yards away, strutting in the field. But
no surprise, there was an animal around you, buddy. Don't worry. Truck or not.
But anyway, that was, got that taken care of. And I'm kind of looking forward to hunting this year. And honestly, after I had my surgery, I came home that evening and shoot, I could tell a difference that weekend just in having conversation, just like you and I are talking right now. Last year at this time, or I'd have been winded.
Right.
You'd see me taking deep breaths and stuff. So definitely made a difference, and has definitely I've been forced to make some changes in my life. I don't post a whole lot of great, steak pictures anymore because I was a steak and potatoes kind of guy. I'd eat steak 3-4 times a week, and now it's pretty much fish and chicken now. So I haven't been able, I haven't been. Of course, I put reload on everything. It doesn't matter what I'm cooking, but
Right.
the all these pretty steaks and stuff I used to post, I don't post them too much because I don't eat that much.
Well, let me tell you, I'm willing to pick up your slack on that. Don't check my page too much because there's steak and stuff on there often. But
I see it.
dude, I'm telling you,
I see it.
That reload's been dynamite, bro.
Oh,
I just
like
I just told Joel and Stacy last week that I put for the first time I put blackout on my venison. Dude, that was so good, man.
Yeah. Now I can eat all the venison I want. She even told me, she said, because I told her, I said, because she said, and believe this or not, now, do you tell me if you ever heard this before? One of the very first things she told me that I had to take out of my diet was rice. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, the people don't know, but my dad went through something similar. He ended up having a quadruple. Like not long before you, my dad had a quadruple bypass, and I don't know. I never had that conversation about like, hey, like, what are you allowed to have now and not allowed to have? Like, my stepmom, she's a gangster, man. She stays on top of that. But I'm gonna ask him about the rice because his was pretty severe too. So did they tell you why?
No, that was one of the first things she told me to cut out. I need to keep my hands off the table because every time I hit my table, it vibrates. That was one of the first things she told me to not have is rice. Rice, red meat.
I understand the red meats.
Oh yeah, and me too. But I told her, I said, wait a minute. I said, hold on. Hold on. She said, no. You need to stay away from red meats totally. And I said, what about venison? He said, you can eat all the venison you want. That's different. He said, it's lean. You got all your fats and stuff and all this bull crap that they put in, your beef and stuff now. So I was like, okay, as long as I didn't care what she told me. I didn't care if she told me I had to give up venison. That wasn't going to happen. I'll take my chances. But
right. I wonder, do you think there's a difference between, say, like corn-fed beef and grass-fed beef, though?
I'm sure there's a difference, but
still not enough. Probably
still not enough to
right.
to warrant eating one over the other versus venison.
Yeah.
So I've been. Of course, I'm still going to eat steak. I'll probably eat a steak once a month now, where before it was 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, it was. I know it was.
Yeah, I was cooking on the grill or something every week, every weekend, and smoking whatever. Yeah, I can have.
And he meant food, by the way. Smoking whatever, he meant food.
Yeah. We'll leave that there.
Say 420 eats over here. This is Johnny. Right. Shout out to Titty and Shiner.
That's exactly right, of course. And they're bringing that back, I do believe, too.
They are, yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that, too.
Yeah. Well, dude, I'm happy that you're, healthy. You're taking it seriously. I would like to think because, just like you, you got to go home every single night. And you got these beautiful ladies there that, who love you, who depend on you, who need you. And I know that if I was younger without my kids, I don't know how. I mean, it's steak, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I didn't have anything to come home to, I probably wouldn't be as strict. Just being honest. So, you're doing the right thing. I'm happy for you, proud of you for that, because I can't imagine that would be easy. Hopefully, God willing, I won't have to do that because it would be hard. We eat, our tastes are very similar in what we like.
Yes,
you know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know. I love reload, but I don't think I could just have it on like ground turkey every day. You know what I mean? Or just something.
I eat a lot of salmon. So of course I like a high caliber on my salmon. Been eating a lot of chicken, and of course that's double action.
Oh,
And my venison is always going to be Magnum. And I know you said you had to place an order with them, and I definitely have to place an order. Yeah, I'm out of Magnum, dude. That's double action. I can already see.
you can tell. So look at
I can already, before I even saw the label, I knew what that was.
Look how pitiful I am. What man lets their favorite seasoning get this low in a reload tank, Simo?
Yeah.
I'm disgusted and ashamed with myself.
The bad thing is I'm there. I'm out of Magnum, and I was asked.
Too.
I was asked to actually. You'll meet him Friday. One of my buddies is coming up with me on Friday. He's our school resource officer, and he was doing this little program for the schools before school came back in, and they were doing safety buckets to put in every. It's just survival buckets like. I can't remember what all was in it, but it was that way every classroom in our area would have these survival buckets in their room. Well, he asked me if I would come and cook for this event. Absolutely. And we basically just did hamburgers. Well, I took my tank bottle of Magnum and I put it on the hamburgers because I also do all the cooking for our home Friday Night Lights football game.
Yes, you do.
Well, and guess what? Every hamburger I cook at those events is made with Magnum. They have Magnum on those hamburgers. And I have been complimented so many times. Even spectators from other teams that come, and they're like, this is the best hamburger we've ever had. Well, so when I did this event for Matt, for the school, when I left, I forgot my Magnum. And I probably had a half a bottle of Magnum left. Well, then I went to go use it. I'm like, can't find my Magnum. What's going on? Where's it at? Well, then school started back up. And then I realized I left my Magnum at the school. So I told my wife, because she works with Matt, and she said, yeah, you left your Magnum at the school and Matt's been using it. He said, you're not getting it back. So I got to order another bottle of Magnum because mine's been confiscated.
Dude, reload's not a gimmick, man. Like we don't do this. We don't do this stuff for any type of monetary gain. No. You don't for talking about them. I don't for talking about. Even with my promo code, I don't. I promote them because it's that good. I'm out of Magnum too, exactly. but I have one savior right now. I still have House Divided.
Yes.
Thank God I still have House Divided.
Yes.
I got two of those big bottles.
Okay.
And I'm down to one.
I've got one left.
I'm babying it like my baby girl is in the back seat after just being born, dude. You know.
Yep, that's the only thing it's been saving me too, because that and between Magnum and the Lane's Barbecue, that collaboration they did was
so it's limited edition.
Yeah, and they're done.
They're done. Yeah, and it ain't coming back.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I was like, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't I send you a bottle of that? I think I sent you a bottle of that like the first go round.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
It just showed up at your house one day.
Yes,
like, my boy Todd. I said something was going on. I think I don't know. That's not important, but I was like, Todd's got to have a bottle of this. So I had one sent to you.
You were absolutely positively right on that. Yes. So the two bottles that I got then was that one from you, which is the one that's gone because I cracked that first. I've had that for a while first. And then I go down to see Joel and Stacy in Tennessee on vacation. And I mean, they're like, here, buddy. I'm like, thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yes.
Let me kiss your feet.
This ain't no weird OnlyFans. We didn't go that far. But, you know.
Right. Yeah. Because when you went down to see Joel and Stacy on your way back, you actually stopped in town and was camping with Lola, and I came up to the campsite with you all that night.
We redirected our route so I could see you.
Yep.
We got an awesome it was a cool little campsite too. It was like back in behind trees and like surrounded. It was a nice little site. That was at Walnut Hill Campground. Yeah, and
That's
yeah,
about 15 minutes away from me.
yeah.
Yep.
And Lois still sleeps with her squashmallow or whatever they're called, however you
Oh,
pronounce it. She
good,
still does. True
good,
story.
good.
And yeah, dude, we had some awesome burgers. Dude, those burgers were that freaking fat that day.
They were amazing.
They were they were reloaded to the gills. No other way we would do that, you know.
Over a campfire flame, not
Oh,
on a grill, not in a smoker, not from Burger King, over a campfire. Dude, they were so good.
that's that's all you know from seeing myself and talking to you, like that's like how I roll.
Oh yeah.
Outside cooking, I don't know, like that's legitimately like been like my favorite thing in the world the past year and a half. It's
Oh
just
yeah. You're.
going out into the elk woods,
Oh yeah.
you know, and just making a fire in the middle of freaking nowhere and whipping stuff up. Mm.
Yeah. Your posts make my mouth water, dude. When you're cooking like that, oh gosh, I'm like, oh, I'm envious. I don't have that kind of time. It seems like anymore just to go out and do something like that. But
No, you got 3 minutes to go and kill 3 deer, though. So whatever, whatever, song, whatever, Mayor. So,
yeah.
so since you're on here, let's oh, before I get to that, and I want to get to that because we've had some awesome times. Um, now that Titty and Shiner's back,
Yes.
is there an update on that bum they got? Like, what's he been up to lately? Have you had any communications with him over the months?
Which one? Who are you talking about?
The only bum they have.
Oh, Donnie? No, I don't know anything about Donnie.
Okay, good.
I haven't heard anything about Donnie. I know they brought him up a couple
He's been
times.
yeah, he's been mentioned. I don't miss the show either. He's been mentioned, but I didn't know if over the past couple of months or whatever you've found out what that schmuck's up to.
No, I haven't heard anything about Donnie.
Now let's keep it that way. And so while we're talking about just like old school stuff or whatever, what's some it's really cool that you're here, man. You, what's some of like your favorite stories or moments from being on the show all those years? Because I got a lot, and a lot of them I'm because at the time, dude, we were all crying. So many of them revolve around you. Like it was story time with Simel almost every episode.
Well, yeah, but you got to remember, when we first started the show, I was drinking all the time. Get on here and be drunk as hell and tell you all some stories y'all didn't need to know. You got to admit that. Half the time when we first started, dude, I was about half faced when we got on here. And of course, you get my buddy Lawrence involved in every damn show for the first year. And Lawrence has got stories about me for days.
Yeah, you're in trouble knowing that guy.
Yeah. Lawrence is my boy. I love him to death. But pretty much every story that we told on the show, Lawrence was somehow involved in every one.
Absolutely. In my did you afford me the opportunity to have you tell one story, just go back in time?
No, I can't do it, dude.
What do you mean?
No, I can't do it. I get too embarrassed, man. Before I didn't care. Now, I've been sober for so long. Some of them stories just need to be buried.
That is a Virgin Bloody Mary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Virgin Bloody Mary.
You can tell it's a Virgin Bloody Mary. Well, listen, the good thing about podcasting is what you'll know when you put a show out. Is the cool thing about being a podcaster is your episodes are out there forever. So, right. Folks, if you guys would like
just going to have to, that's right. You might get some more views now. Excuse me. You might get some more views back on podcasts from 2 years ago now.
Oh my god, dude! So
but I will honestly say probably one of the best ones is the Dumb Suckers and the Oatmeal Cream Pie.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the one I was gonna ask about.
The best story ever, dude. Just keep in mind, Dumb Suckers, Oatmeal Cream Pie, and that's what happens when you pass out in front of your friends first. When you got a bunch of frat buddy college pranksters that you never went to college with, but that's kind of what it reminds you of, just college pranks.
The Dum Dums go somewhere. The oatmeal cream pies go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
one goes in the front, one goes in the back.
The one in the back's not what you think of, though.
Right, exactly. Go back and listen to his earlier podcast.
Please do. You guys will laugh like crazy. Is that the story that involved Ball Bag?
No.
God, what a great name.
Ball Bag, I'll tell this story on Ball Bag. I don't care. So our buddy Sean, he got a nickname Ball Bag. We all played softball together for years and years and years. And Sean had to work that particular day, and we were all in a softball tournament. Well, I had taken Shelly down over the hill to go get some, snacks at the concession stand. And when I came back, I had left my phone, and Dreama said, babe, you got a text message that you need to look at. So I opened up my phone, and it's a picture from Sean, and he just had his nut sack in his hand and said, "How you like my ball bag?" So the story was when I left, my phone went off. So Dreama opened my phone, and she looked at the picture. She closed my phone, and she turned around and looked at Lawrence and Slim and said, whose nutsack was that? And Lawrence says, please tell me you didn't open it. And she said, yeah, I did. So it was his ball bag. So that's where he got the nickname Ball Bag. And I'll tell you what, for years, my daughter probably didn't know his name until she was 6 or 7 years old. She knew him as Uncle Ball Bag. That was it.
Uncle Ball Bag.
That was the Uncle Ball Bag. Yeah. And that's the God's honest truth. That's a true story.
Folks, this is the type of gold that you missed if you're just learning about the show. Go back and scroll. You will die of legitimate.
Yeah. You end up putting this show out. You might end up getting in the 58, 59, 62 countries after that. After they go back and start listening.
Oh my gosh. I know, right? I got to crack 70. I've been stuck at 68 for a while. Son of a gun, man. Oh, dude, we had the best of times, man. That was we had so much fun.
It was a lot of fun, dude. It's always been fun.
Dude, we're still here,
Yep.
We're still here. We're still kicking. You're doing.
And talking about shirts, I almost wore another particular shirt tonight.
Did you?
And it says, Johnny Simonetti, un-86able.
I'm glad you still have that. Yeah.
I still have. Of course I do.
I really appreciate that, folks. Let me tell you something. There's nobody that's been threatened to be fired in their lifetime more than Johnny Simonetti has.
That's right.
There was probably like a 52-week span where we did not miss an episode, and Johnny almost got fired every single week.
Every single show.
And for some reason, I just couldn't get rid of him. He just kept coming back.
Good times.
Un-86able. That's awesome, man. Well, dude, so look, hey, man. So the Average Joe's Hunting Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that'll be out on Apple and Spotify and all that other jazz, right?
I know Spotify for sure. So the other year when I put out that first one, when I got it out on Spotify and a couple other ones, Apple, I think they were trying to charge me or something, and I wasn't quite ready for that. But then you and I just talked last week, and you said, no, it's free too. So I haven't researched any of that since 2 years ago when I put that first one out for Mountaineer Outdoorsman.
Right.
So yeah, I'm hoping to be out on Spotify, Apple, wherever. I'm not doing the YouTube. I can't even get this shit down yet. So I'm not even going to try YouTube yet, brother.
Nah, but someday just try it. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to go back and watch.
Once I get this down, you and I've talked, the audacity, the editing stuff, there's things I want to do. Like I said, I've got high expectations with being a part of your show and Titty and Shiner show and everybody else I listen to. Everybody's got music in there. There's these cool ass intros. And so still got a lot to go, but I'm hoping by the end of February, I'll put my first one out.
Well, I do want to
plan.
I do want to say, I appreciate you like accusing this show and everything as kind of like a measuring stick in a way, but the professionalism of the show before you came on, and we made the most unprofessional professional podcast in history. You remember? You remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did.
We took this thing way down in the tank, but it was the greatest experience ever, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You never knew which direction we were headed.
And that was the best because
That's for sure.
we never talked about stuff.
Nope.
Just like tonight, just like with Joel and Stacy, they got on here just like you guys. We ain't talking about it. We ain't talking about a single thing.
There's no script.
No script.
No parameters. No anything. We just
no bullet points.
Yep. Get on and talk. Yep.
You want when I start, if you go, I did this and it's so embarrassing. And just wait until you do it. Wait till you get episodes and you go back and listen. Oh, dude, it's so embarrassing to hear like your beginnings, right?
Oh, yeah.
And but at the time, but I noticed something. I used to be afraid, as the world knows who's listening to this. I used to be afraid to do this stuff. And I would have like, bullet points. So that's just more stuff to think about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dude, like my stuttering way back when compared to now on a microphone, because I had things to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just bumping my gums, and thank God it's kind of cool. Like I don't have to edit too much on this. But ever since I stopped doing that, and you came on and we would just shoot from the hip and call it in the ring, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it makes the show so much better. There's no downtime; things just flow, baby.
Yeah, it's just like you like you said, we were friends for 6 to 8 years on Instagram and stuff before we ever started podcasting, and we had talked in between those times, whether it be through Messenger or whatever. And it's just like Kitty and Shiner say when they do their podcast, it's just like a conversation. You're talking to someone on the phone, and that's where we were. Hey, we got time to kill. I'll call you, call me, get on here, and hey, what's going on with you? Let's talk. Dude, it makes it so much easier.
So many times you're like, so what's going on in Virginia? And I legitimately wouldn't know. I would find out what's going on with you right on the show.
Yep.
Like that's how raw and real this has been. And I think that is a tremendous way to run things because it's authentic. It's real.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I agree 100%. So
I'm glad that we've never had papers or had anything else like that. It was good.
I take notes. When we were on the show, I take notes, and of course, like tonight, you advertise fan questions. So that would be the only thing I would write down would be fan questions that were sent to me or were sent to you, or I would pull the questions from your Facebook page. Yeah. I was always in charge of the questions.
Well, we tried the intro. I had to get you to do something.
Yeah, well, it worked because I even have people now that they won't post they won't post anything on your Facebook when you ask for questions. They just directly message me.
I just looked just to make sure I didn't miss nothing, and I don't have anything. So, Simon, we've been at this for over an hour and a half. You want to just hit it?
Obviously, I have questions.
I know, and you know what? I got a feeling these vocal cords are going to kick it old school and probably get loud because I know who they came from. It's the only thing I know.
Yeah, you already know because this was always the case whenever you advertised questions for your show.
This show has my name on it. I get abused. I get made fun of. I get ridiculed. And it's by one guy in particular each and every single time. So many times I've been on that dude's show and I bailed him out because, hey, he needed somebody. Hey, do you want to be a co-host on the show? You want to do how about a takeover? Sure. And I've done that for him. And now here we go. One more time. Sir Justin Time. Feed me, son. Freaking feed me that red meat that you can't eat right now on my show.
So here we go. So
here we go.
These are questions from Sir Justin Time.
Now I'm getting warm and stuff.
Well, sir, look at you standing up. He's ready. Hell, he's taking a fighting stance.
Listen, that's what I did for work like for 5 years, and I'm a trained wrestler. Let's go.
All right. You get to receive one morning after text. What one would you not want to have? All right, so these are your texts.
Of course it's going to be this stuff.
We're pregnant. I have an STD. I have an incurable STD. I put our video online, or I spent $5,000 on your card.
If you spending $5K on my card, joke's on you. That's what I was. So definitely not that one. He's a sick son of a. Yeah, my mom.
Yes, I love the
I
way
gotta
he
watch
thinks.
my mouth. I know he's.
I love the way he thinks.
All right, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. I think I got him. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
I have an STD.
An incurable STD.
Incurable STD. That's not a good kind.
That's not good.
Listen to you. That's not good.
I put our video online, or I spent $5K on your card.
So the morning after, right?
Yeah, you don't. This is a text you don't want to receive the morning after.
Okay, well then
I'm gonna say a one-night hookup. Let's say that.
All right, well then here it's easy elimination. All right, okay. You ain't spending $5K on my card because first of all, I ain't gonna carry my card around you if I just met you. We'll get rid of D real quick. We'll get rid of A. We're pregnant. It's the night after. How the heck you gonna know? Okay. So incurable STD or put the video online.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go the STD route because I'm telling you what, the way the world is, I could make that 5K from that video. So I'm going to, you know what? I'm not canceling out the video because I'm going to make some coin off of this good stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, and how ironic. Size matters, brother. Right there. It's
hey, that's why I would never pick that one. I don't want that video going out there because it'd be a laughing stock, baby.
50 cal right there, brother.
Mine's on the other end, 22 Magnum, baby.
long rifle, though. Long rifle.
Oh, it's long rifle. Okay. All right, we'll take that.
Does he have any more, or is it just that one?
Oh, no, I'll have more, brother.
Come on. All right. Feed me.
All right. You want the next one?
No, but yes, go.
You have just entered the Florida Man Games. What one would you think you would dominate in? Pool noodle mud duel?
The Florida Man Games?
Florida Man Games.
Okay, this will get me canceled for saying man games, but go ahead.
So you got a poodle. Shoot. Sorry. Pool noodle mud duel. Evading arrest obstacle course. A mullet contest, or a beer belly sumo.
I have to pick one to do?
Which one would you dominate in?
Oh, dominate. Well, I don't drink beer really because it makes me feel like a lumpy load of crap. I don't pool noodles. I don't know. What's the other two?
Pool noodle mud duel, evading arrest obstacle course, mullet contest, and you already eliminated the beer belly sumo.
All right. Well, first of all, I got a feeling that this sick son of a gun put the mullet thing in there just because you were on here and you know he knows that you listen to Titty and China, and we already talked about the dumb schmuck who's a part of their show, and I still hate his disgusting freaking hairdo. I guarantee you it hasn't changed. So no achy breaky big mistakey here for this guy. We're gonna eliminate that one. You'll never see that happen. I'm not a 12-year-old in 1984 no more. Okay. So no sumo because I don't drink beer. Screw Donnie, so no mullet. Pool new. You know what? I like this. An obstacle course I think would be fun. I'm not rolling around in no mud bath with no other dudes slicked in slime. So I'm definitely not doing that one.
Agreed.
So I'm gonna go the evading arrest obstacle course.
Yep.
You know, and I think I'd have a legit shot. I was an athlete, you know.
Sure.
You know, I'm 37, but I'm not in the worst shape in the world, you know. So just give me the blue ribbon now, and we'll go there.
You know what? That'd be the one I'd pick too. However, I will say I'm friends with a whole bunch of cops. They got moves that'll surprise you. I had a buddy of mine. We were.
Are you saying I wouldn't win?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Don't come on my show, Simon, and tell me I wouldn't win.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. I had a buddy of mine. We were messing around, and I went to go jump my fence, out here on the side of my house to get away from him.
Rip your ball bag.
No, he literally caught me in midair by my belt loop and stopped me dead in my tracks, brother. Shout out to my boy.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shout out to my boy Jeremy Campbell, because he caught me in midair and stopped me dead in my tracks.
Officer Campbell saved your ball bag.
Yes, right.
Because I got a feeling you ain't clearing that fully in the air.
Oh, that's right. No, I did. He caught me on the other side of the fence.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So your next one.
Spring chicken. Go ahead.
Here's your next one.
Is more?
Yes.
Come on.
You get to give one to someone for 24 hours. All right. So you get to give them diarrhea.
Kids listen to this. Yeah, go ahead.
Flatulence.
What?
Flatulence, hiccups, or runny nose.
I get to give one to somebody.
Yep. For 24 hours.
Hiccups. They're funny.
Yeah.
I'm going hiccups.
Okay, that's cool. I'm going with diarrhea.
Well, I mean, who doesn't want a real life Dumb and Dumber scenario?
Well, right. And the reason being is if you got diarrhea for 24 hours, that's just going to hurt the white for about 2 days.
But also, if you get sick time, that's a paid day off. You're doing a good deal for somebody. You're making so good for you, son. You're a better man than me. People can still work whenever I give them the hiccups, but you got ass cannons coming out, and people can take the day off. It's not safe to drive that way.
That's just not 24 hours. That could be up to 72 hours.
I'm proud of you. You're a good man, Simo. I'm proud of you. Doing a good deed.
And lastly, you are lost for 2 weeks in one place. What one would you think you could survive in?
Oh, bring it. I'm a man. I'm a man.
Okay.
Bring it.
The Australian outback.
Oh.
The Amazon.
Oh.
Alaskan wilderness, or at sea.
All right. You said rainforest?
He said the Amazon.
Oh, the Amazon. Okay, whatever. I don't like snakes.
No.
Okay. I don't like snakes that are as long as this house that I'm in right now. And about as thick as this bottle of Jim Beam, which surprisingly, I'm out of Coke. That's why. We're gonna 86 the Amazon, okay. Right? I'd punch a kangaroo right in its freaking face. But I'm not gonna do that because I'd be outnumbered. It's just me, right?
It says you were lost.
Okay, so we're gonna assume it's just a single individual.
Yeah.
All right. I would freaking double leg takedown a kangaroo, but I'd probably get clawed like crazy. So we're going to get rid of that. No kangaroo fights because I'm outnumbered. I'm not getting eaten by a freaking anaconda. Something about being eaten alive, it's kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't hunt bears.
That's right.
So we got, those two are gone. Then we got, hold on, don't tell me. I'm a really good listener, I swear. My teachers would never tell you that, though. Okay, I forget. What are they again? I tried so hard.
The Alaskan wilderness.
Yeah.
Or at sea.
A good swimmer. I'm not afraid of the outdoors. You know what? Here it is. And you're going to remember this. And I actually said this to Shiner. We're going to 86. We're going to 86 getting eaten by an anaconda. We're going to 86 getting tag teamed by kangaroos. And we're going to 86 the ocean.
Okay.
And although very good swimmer, we'll say that. We're going to go with Alaskan wilderness because you got a job to do right now, and it's to remember something. What's one of my things that I want?
You want to get scratched across the chest.
I want to have a bear encounter, not die, but get scratched across the chest and have marks like left. So I'm good. You know what? I'm not even going to be hiding out. I'm going to be flapping some wings like I'm a freaking whatever. and hopefully have a Grizz encounter, not
Okay.
die, and somehow survive. How long is this? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I know enough. I'll survive. I know enough.
Okay.
I'll survive. I'll eat snow for water. You know what I mean? I'll eat snow for water, and I'll snack on danger and dine on death. How about that, Johnny?
That's funny as shit.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I like that. Well, already know the Australian outback for me is gone. You've seen the size of their damn spiders. Nope. I would never make it. I would never make it.
Oh, dude, I can't sit. I can't sit. This guy gets me so fired up because I never know what's coming. Remember when we were a professional podcast?
Oh, yeah.
And look what happened. We let people in. That's the problem here.
And then you bring me back.
I do, man. I missed it. I bring you back, and look what you bring back. You got me fired up.
Your show last week was so professional. I enjoyed it so much. And then here we are. You bring me back.
Yeah. It was pretty professional last week.
Well, it was. It was good, dude.
It was a really
good
banger
show. Yeah,
it was a really good
show.
I had a feeling it was going to be really good.
Oh, I knew it. As soon as you announced that you were having them on, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can't wait because I missed their show too. And I'm hoping they get theirs back. Same. But I understood where Joel he was coming from. It's a lot to do when you're doing your own business and Stacy has her own job and then you're doing the reload stuff and I'll give them shout out too. Hey, shout out to Stacy's mom and dad for putting that stuff out the way they do because you can order something on a Sunday and chances are it's going to be at your house on a Tuesday.
He's not kidding either.
No,
they're that fast.
Yeah, they were not lying when they said that last week. Their customer service is nothing but top notch. But
right.
But yeah, those were the questions from Sir Justin Time.
I bring you back and you bring Sir Justin Time back. He was not invited on this episode. Only you were, and you bring back the hilarity that is somehow, for some reason, thrown at me. My name is literally on this show. You look at this on YouTube and you see some pretty like gold swirls going around my name. You know why? Because it's mine, and I get taken advantage of by the listeners of this show. Sometimes, and every time that you seem to be on, you bring this dude in who makes sure that there's a dig thrown at me.
So
who comes up with the night after text?
So let me just read you our text this evening. So I get a text. I get a text and it just said young. And then I said, I know you're going to be doing the podcast tonight. However, I have a ton of pictures to ask because I miss asking my questions to you and Todd. I would love to share. And I said, send them to the Facebook page, brother. His response was, now, why would I do that when I have way more fun sending them to you? So he doesn't realize what's going to be said. And that's love right there. That's love.
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah, that's
what it's called.
He's showing his love to you and your show because he doesn't want you prepared for the questions.
He's showing it to you. Because you get to embarrass me.
No, I'm not been embarrassing you at all. And that's showing love to you. He wants your show to blossom. And your reaction.
Don't get all romantic on me now. You're like saying it with a little tone in your voice.
Your reactions to these questions that you don't know anything about is what makes it so funny.
You know what kind of questions they ask me. Son of a gun. I don't know what's coming. Sure, I get amplified. Absolutely. My heart starts to pound a little more. I can't sit down half the time because of what these people do. And here I am being a nice guy, bringing the beloved mayor, Johnny Simonetti, back to the forefront, right here on Teal on the TC. Hashtag that shit. And here you go. Look at you. Look at you. Virgin Bloody Mary.
I miss this so much, dude.
Yeah, good for you. I'm glad you do. I'm happy to have you back, though. Not going to lie. Johnny, thank you for coming back on.
Love it. You know it, brother.
Yeah, I know. Wait till yeah, this is going to be a good one. You know why? Because this thing's still recording. And like you haven't figured out Audacity, I don't know how to freaking video edit, so all this stuff's going to be on there. Simo, where can they, for old time's sake, where can they see you on social media, my friend?
Johnny Simonetti on Facebook and Johnny Simonetti on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, the IG.
And then I did start a page for Average Joe's Hunting Podcast on Instagram.
Please, everybody, Average Joe's. Go check it out on iJoe.
average_Joe's_hunting_podcast.
Yes, I was going to correct you. I know what that is.
Yeah.
I was going to correct you if you messed it up. I got your back. I'm like, apparently someone doesn't have mine.
I have your back too.
Do you?
Of course, I have your back.
Oh, you could have said, "Hey, look, just so you know, we got some cannons being blown your way today."
Hey, I brought the questions to the table. You put out there questions, so hey, I gave them to you.
This is what happens every freaking show that you're on here, and Justin Time decides to freaking appear. I just have to do what I said earlier: snack on danger and dine on death. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Todd Orndorff. Johnny Simonetti, we love you. We appreciate that you're back. Thank you for coming on, my friend. Good luck.
Thanks for having me, brother.
I'll be here to help you every way that I can.
Appreciate you.
You know what? You should have Justin Time on your show. Out.
Peace.